Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how to farm release crystals on SAO Integral Factor. So this video is being requested by one of you guys on the comment of my previous video. So I'm going to show you how I usually get my release crystals in this game. But before we begin, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more SAO Integral Factor content. So if you have not already know, the release crystal is useful for unlocking all the weapon proficiency skills on different weapons. There are 3 different levels of a release crystal, which is the small, medium and large, which can unlock different skills. Each one of these skills are very useful and have a different effect, which will improve your gameplay and how you're playing the game. So the first that we are going to take a look at is from fishing. Fishing is a great way to get the release crystals, because if you look at the trader, the fishing trader here, like each of the fish there can get up to 99 release crystals, which is this, like the small fish there can get you up to 99 release crystals, and these rewards is being resetted every month. So there are quite a few small fishes where you can fish, and so in total I guess you can have like 5 small fishes there, so you can get almost 500 release crystals just from fishing alone. And you can also get the medium release crystals and the large release crystals. There are not as many as the small one, but it's still a decent amount where you can get from fishing alone. And there is also sometimes they have the fall fishing or a different season fishings, which will give you the same amount of rewards in terms of the release crystals and on a different fishes. So if you farm all of this, you already get almost 1000 release crystals. But I know that fishing is not like the easiest or the most engaging activity. I don't usually fish myself, but when I do, I always trade my fish with the release crystal. The second one is to trade the event rewards. So from some events, you will be able to trade your items that you get from there with the release crystal. On these examples, the bear events, you can get up to 100 release crystals small and 20 release crystal mediums. That's quite a good amounts of release crystal that you can get from there. It's not for happening for all of the events. For examples, on this Asuna events, you cannot get any release crystals. Also for this Yu-Gi-Oh events, you cannot get the release crystals, but sometimes you will be able to get it for different events. You can also get the release crystal from the rewards points for completing the event itself. For examples, on this Blue Cat events, you can get up to 10 release crystal smalls and 3 release crystal mediums, which is not that much, but this is only for the lowest level. And you get into the higher level, you can get more release crystals. So in this one you get 5 small medium one and 50 small one, another 10 medium one, and 3 of large release crystals there. It's not that much, but it helps a lot. Especially that it is not that difficult to finish all of the point rewards. So the third one is from daily dungeon. So if you go into the Black Iron place, there is a daily dungeon where you can just go once a day, and one of them, it is to get the release crystals and the martial art books, and just the first one. I usually always pick this one because it has a lot of reward. You can get a lot of release crystal rewards from this dungeon, and as you can see there, it might not be that much just for reward itself, but on that first point there to defeat the boss, you can get one release crystal from here, and this thing is actually repeatable, so you can always get one release crystal just from completing the events. Also, the boss itself sometimes drops a small, medium, or large release crystal, so sometimes you can get double the rewards from there even after you complete all the event rewards. Number 4 is to farm the first floor. So in the old days when release crystal was really rare, this is what the other players usually do. They will form a party and farm the first floor, and the idea is that because the first floor monsters are very easy to beat, usually you can just do one slash and beat the monsters, and all the monsters in SAO Integral Factor will drop release crystals on a very rare occasions when you beat them. And because it's very easy to beat the first floor monsters, so it increases your chances to getting the release crystals. And if you have a party that farms on different areas, and since the enemy drops are being shared with all of the members of the party, so basically you can get 6 times the chances by partying up with a 6th number of people. This definitely is not the easiest way, but if you already run out of trading all the release crystal rewards and still needs more, this way you can always farm the release crystal whenever you need it. So number 5 is for the weekly mission. If you noticed in the game, you have a daily missions, and after completing some rewards from a daily missions, you get the reward from a weekly missions, and one of them, from completing 15 times, you will get the release crystals. It's only 3 release crystal, but it's repeatable every week, so every week you can get 3 release crystal basically from there. And the more incentive from completing daily mission is that you get Arcana gems from completing 20 daily missions. So it's a win-win. If you going after the Arcana gems, then you'll always get the release crystals anyway. Be sure to complete the daily missions because it's not that hard to do, and it has a great reward from it. Number 6 is from the assist characters. There's actually one interactions in the assist characters interactions that will give you a release crystal sometimes. It is the collecting items. So if you select the collecting items, sometimes it will give you a release crystal rewards. That's only one small release crystal actually. It's not that much, but it's one of the way to get a release crystals. I would not say it is the best, but it's just one of the way. Number 7 is to farm the board quest. So the boss monsters on the board quest for each floor usually drop a release crystals on a higher rate than normal monsters, but up to it drops a small release crystals, but up to the floor 11th, the boss monster actually drops a release crystal medium and large instead. So this applies to the floor 12, floor 13, floor 14, and floor 20 as well. So depending on which release crystal you want to farm, you can choose different boss monsters from the board quest. So that will be all my tips on how to farm the release crystals. So if you find one of these tips as something that you didn't expect, let me know in the comment below, or if you have any other tips that I did not cover on this video, also let me know on the comment below, and I will appreciate the knowledge sharing and the contributions to the SAO Integral Factor community. That is it for the video. I will see you on the next Sword Art Online Integral Factor video. Bye now.